Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Amber, so glad you've stopped by. Today's video is a collab with Sophia from My Great Challenge. She's my very good friend, and if you haven't already checked out her channel, be sure to do that. She is wonderful. She posts videos on home organizing, cleaning, some travel to France, and all sorts of things. So she is just an all-around wonderful person. So if you haven't checked out her channel, be sure to do so. So today I am making a fall beef stew. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you can see all the goodness that I have out here on the counter. I have gone ahead and chopped all of the vegetables. So I have 2 pounds of beef that's already pre-cut into stew meat. I have carrots, petite diced tomatoes. I have potatoes over there. And then I have onion diced up. I have celery, mushrooms, green peppers, and I'm just going to use the jarred garlic. And then I have 1 bay leaf that I will be using, as well as some beef stock that I purchased. Normally I might just do some bouillon, but Target had it on sale, so I went ahead and got that. I will be using a little Worcestershire sauce, some parsley, and some basil and salt and pepper. So first thing, I'm going to be doing this in my pressure cooker here, my Ninja Foodie. You could certainly do this on top of the stove. So first, pardon me while I reposition you, but I wanted you to be able to see what I'm doing in the pot here. There we are. Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. And we're going to saute some of the vegetables and sear the meat first. So I've gone ahead and turned that on. And let's see. We're gonna let that go ahead, and I'm gonna put that on low. Change the temperature to low, or medium. How about that, medium? All right. So we'll let that be warming up for a minute. And then we will be using a little bit of olive oil that I have here, just enough to kind of coat the bottom. I'll go ahead and drizzle some of that on for the vegetables. We'll give that a minute. But this is a great recipe for just, you know, those cold winter days that are coming. Maybe for us here in Florida, maybe in January or February, but perhaps where you live, it's cooling off now. So let me get a spoon real quick. That would be helpful. Let's see if it's warming up. Okay, so my oil is starting to heat up now, so I am gonna go ahead and put my I'll just put my onions in first. And then I will go ahead and add probably a teaspoon of the minced garlic, just to give it a nice flavor. Obviously you can omit or adjust things to your liking. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the celery. I'm starting to hear it sizzle. So that means it is cooking. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I might as well go ahead and add in the green peppers and the mushrooms at this juncture, and then I'll go ahead and add the meat in. I just wanna brown the meat just to sear it real quick before I get the broth going for the soup. Already it smells so good. Let's see if I can get you a little closer. I'm gonna go ahead and add the meat now. I went ahead and kind of pre-seasoned the beef a little bit. I just added some basil, some Montreal steak seasoning actually, and a little parsley to it. So we'll let that kind of simmer, saute for a minute before adding the other vegetables. And then once we get this going, we'll add some of the other veggies and some of the seasoning. I'm going to add 1 bay leaf and probably 1 to 2 teaspoons of basil. Oh, that looks good. And a little bit more parsley. It just gives it a nice flavor. So, you know, I cut up probably 4 to 5 carrots that I'm going to be adding. I have some frozen peas here as well. And then I cut up maybe 4 to 5, maybe, they were kind of small potatoes, so they might have been 6, but, you know, adjust it to how much you like. We don't want to overfill this 8-quart pot, but we do want it to be hearty because leftovers are really nice, aren't they? For the next day for lunches. This is smelling so good already. So yeah, you just want to leave the lid off. Just a little note when you're using the saute and sear feature. When we're all finished adding the ingredients, then we will put this lid over here on. Right now this is just the air fryer lid, so that's the only function that is used for. So I'm just tossing it a little bit here and there. We'll give it a few more minutes to brown a little bit. I'll go ahead and add a little salt and pepper. Not too much salt because we do have the beef stock that we're using, so we don't want it to be too salty. And I will go ahead and add the Worcestershire and the other seasonings as well. I will probably add probably 2 teaspoons of the Worcestershire. Let's see. This is 1. I like Worcestershire, so we'll give it 2. All right. By adding the seasonings now, it just allows the seasonings to really lock into the meat while they're cooking nicely. And the basil. For so much of my cooking, honestly, I eyeball it. But for the sake of a recipe, I will tell you probably 1.5 teaspoons of the basil. And again, it's according to taste, whatever you and your family like. If you don't like it too much, then 1 teaspoon would certainly be enough. Then I have parsley flakes, and let's see, this is 1 teaspoon. I'll probably go ahead and add another one for good measure because once we have the vegetables in there, you know, it'll all balance out. Oh wow, this is looking really good. And we don't have to, you know, completely cook the meat at this point. We just want to lock in the flavor and the seasoning. So I'm going to call it a day for that. And then I'm going to add the rest of our vegetables. And then I will go ahead and turn it on to pressure. So we will go ahead and add the Petite diced tomatoes that I have, and that is a whole can, a small can of Petite diced tomatoes. And we'll add our carrots that I just sliced up. You can dice them however you like. And then we have our frozen peas, just a small bag. This is gonna be so good. And while I have it just like that, before I add in the potatoes, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shake up the beef broth and go ahead and add that in there, just to give it a little help in the way of stirring. And also, this is going to be very nice and hearty. The beef broth smells so good. Nice. Don't want to waste any of that. All right, and now I will go ahead and add the potatoes that I have cut up. I do have another carton of the beef broth here. We will be adding a little bit more. I have some water on standby also, just in case we need to add some water. That is looking so colorful. Can you see that? Very nice. I just love the pressure cooker. It just makes it so easy that you just don't have to stand here and babysit. I'll go ahead and add the bay leaf in also, so that can be seasoning our broth. And I will add a little bit more beef broth here. And then we will be ready to go ahead and set this for 25 minutes on high. I'm going to call that enough. So I've probably used 1.5, 1 1/3 of the cartons of the beef broth. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of water because I don't want it to be too salty. I probably am adding maybe a cup of water. And let's go ahead and stir that around to make sure that's good. All right. And I'm going to put the lid on. And we're gonna make sure we have it on seal. On the Instant Pots, it says sealing or venting. Obviously you want it on seal. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, put it on pressure, high, and then we're gonna set it for 25 minutes. And we're gonna hit go. And in 25 minutes, this is going to be very delicious. Okay, so we're back. It has just finished letting off the steam, and we are gonna open up this stew and see what it looks like. Let me lower you a little bit. And we are going to open, oh wow, wow, wow. I think I need to move you guys closer so you can really take a good look at this. That looks really good, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. My husband, all the men in the house, they are going to really have a treat tonight. Oh, this smells so good. Let's take some up in a bowl I have here, my pink British Castle bowl, and let's see how it, oh, I got the bay leaf there. Let's see how it tastes. Oh wow, that looks so good, you guys. Look at that. Let me know in the comments below if you decide to make this. Look at how good that looks. Wow. Just gonna take a small bite here to let you guys know how it tastes. Let's blow it off a little. Oh, it smells so good. It's really hot, you guys. I don't want to burn my tongue. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. And it's right on time because I was really getting hungry. Oh, wow. Very nice. Let me take a bit of the broth. Very good. Very good. You see all the seasoning there? This is just really good. Of course, if you wanted to, you can thicken up the broth with some cornstarch. But I guess mine is more like a soup, but very good. This is going to be delicious, and hopefully we'll have leftovers for tomorrow. I'd invite you guys all over if I could, but let me know in the comments below if you decide to make this healthy, yummy vegetable beef stew, and I'll talk to you later. God bless. Bye-bye.